decided to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. And yet again, he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Great job by this Vikings defense. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Gilmore. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And that decision's only going to wind up costing him a yard or two, as he's tackled just shy of the 20. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra gene that says let's push the envelope a little bit, right? What needs to be going through the play caller's mind right now, a potential fumbled snap that can get returned, a strip sack that can get returned, right? Any of those types of plays, that should be a deterrent to calling something that could get you in big trouble.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
And it's 3rd down.
They're going option play on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
And incomplete. Jalen Johnson on the coverage.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. A final shot before break. Gilmore. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So we've hit halftime all even at 14 apiece. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Chris Boswell set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the 2nd half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Vikings now to start their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A very solid gain of 27.
First down, Vikings.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off-play action. Bishop. There goes a deep ball. End zone. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Vikings 21, Bears 14.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Their own 21-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. Haynes, he takes this for 3 to the 29.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd and 2, Gilmore. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run on 1st down. Haynes, and he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. Back to throw. Gilmore. He'll buy some time right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 8 yards that time. Able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception. Really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They'll go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce and might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse. How's that?
8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down. From the gun, Gilmore, and it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. From the shotgun now, here's an inside Gill. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Off the play fake, Gilmore. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
To throw on 3rd down. Gilmore. Oh, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First down, Minnesota.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They run again on first down. Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down.
46-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Bishop. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
The Vikings on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now, they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
The Bears on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Gilmore. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, 1-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick 6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. Throwing after the interception. Gilmore. He's going to look deep down the field. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Gilmore. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick one to try and get back into this one. That was one way to try and get it done. Unsuccessful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
On third down, Gilmore. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On fourth down, Gilmore. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Third down.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. He's got the first down inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
2nd and goal from the 1. Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Here is Cook on 3rd and goal. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Minnesota.
Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been under pressure, and they got to him again. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Cole Kmet, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Throwing on third and long. Gilmore. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
They're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Check 26, check 26.
And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Again, it's Johnson. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a first and goal.
Now, that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
53 to Mike, 53, check 53. Go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv.
So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together, got a spark, and then took off. It's really nice to watch in the second half.
So for the Vikings, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll return home next week to take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they dip to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. That's a flag on the play. Yeah, yeah. Flag on the play. Hold up. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make them throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, and hit the hole, then I'm running. Get money, you ain't trying to get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going like a quarterback. We ain't worrying about no formers, we ain't staying there. Running off the block, yeah, I'm something like a linebacker. I got juice like a Fanta, how you like it? How you like it? I'm on purple, I'm on yellow, like a Viking. Like a Viking. All these plays that I'm catching, I done gone crazy. I do my thing, 6 range, just like Tom Brady. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. Hating from the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. I'm in the field like a panther, I done up the standards. Like Michael Vick in Atlanta when it's time to scramble. Neck full of water, call me Black Bridgewater. Lamar Jackson, how I throw them Ravens cross the border. Hold up, you know I'm a touchdown with the sack. Run up the hole like a running back on the play. Intercept the pack like a safety, you boys ain't show the play. That's a flag on the play. Let's go. Touchdown, I just scored a whole bucket. I just dropped the bag on the tag, ain't nothing. Make 'em throw a flag when I pass, come through stunning. Call me tired, girl, it hit the hole, then I ran it. Get money, you ain't tryna get that second flag on the play. From the sideline, a flag on the play. Like Julio with them Falcons, I just made a play. In the red zone, going strong, watch me shake and bake. Let's go.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and I'm kick it. Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, can I kick it? Just the flex I went in. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs. Way back then, you could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich, then went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had